Welcome to a brand new podcast. Once again, this is the Oracle 19 podcast, and my name is Greatness. In today's episode, we're going to talk about toxic masculinity experiences. Toxic masculinity experiences. And what do I mean by that? How government in Western society is dumbing down the male principle. The empowerment of women, feminism, is destroying the male principle. And basically what men, in my opinion, should do. Now, before we get started, I want to say, once again, thank you for continuing supporting the machine. And, you know, one thing I learned about social media, when you say things and it might be a little bit rough, a little bit harsh, a lot of people get offended, like it's them actually that's being talked to. But we're going to talk about that later. Again, thank you for supporting the machine and your continued support. If you want to support this podcast and keep the train moving, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And if you want to put your brand on this channel, also same, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. You can find me on Anchor FM, where you can donate there. Anchor, ANCHOR.FM. Google, iTunes, Spotify. And you can find us on YouTube, Greatness 19 channel. We see how long that will be, because people that I talk to, YouTube is a very interesting company, but we'll see how long we'll be on YouTube. But it can't stop the train, because the word is going to get out with or without them. Anyway, you can shop online, our shopping mall, evolutionoflondon.com, for your latest products, clothing, you have jewelry, perfume, it's just all different accessories, furniture, health products, hair products. Pretty much 10,000 products there, so it's enough for you to check out and shop. So definitely shop online. That'll be your way to support the machine, as well as our website, evolutionoflondon.org. And that's evolutionoflondon.org, O-R-G, for our digital products, custom clothing, and custom accessories. And also support Mr. Willie, WJA Accessories. And you can email him, williesfitness99@gmail.com, WILLYZ fitness99@gmail.com, for any fitness consultation. And he also have a website too, which the link will be provided in the description box. So definitely check his information out as well. So any other information that I didn't talk about, you can find it in the description box. So it's definitely there for your needs. And any questions, concerns, or, you can always email me again at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. So just to give you a heads up. Now, getting into the topic today. The empowerment of women, feminism. A lot of things they say men is toxic for having certain ideals. So gender war out here, especially in Western society. And I mentioned this in other episodes previously. I touched on it. But this is for the men. Now, a lot of times for men, when you stand on your square, you consider toxic, chauvinistic. And why is that? You know, government is basically, you could tell when a country is slowly weakening as a society. And then this is my perspective, and you can see it. The empower women, feminism, there's no guidelines, there's no rules, regulations. Women could do whatever they want, whenever they want. They don't have to listen to their man. They could just do whatever. They can have sex as how many, they can have sex with how many men, it doesn't matter. It's whatever, be me and free. So guess what happens? Country falls more and more. Anytime a country, a government just allow their citizens just to be wherever they want to be, no structure, men is being effeminized, women is being masculine, that's when you know it's the downfall of a country. And you can see that more and more. You know, for so-called third world countries that's supposed to be backwards, uncivilized, uneducated, they have structure. You take places in Africa, places in South America, Central America, that have supposed to be third world countries by the standards of Western civilization. And that's really specifically, I'm focusing on Canada and US, Canada, where women could do whatever they want, be whatever they want. In actuality, you could see in terms of relationships, marriages, there's a decline in marriages in Western society. Why? Because there's no structure. Women could do whatever they want. And you could see it every day within government/court systems. Again, there's no very limited family bonding in Western society, and it's getting worse. It's men, even women. Look around you. But again, a lot of times women don't want to be held accountable for what they do. It just point to the men. That's why you have a lot of single women out here that will be by themselves. Women, this land, there have to be order. This is dominated by men. The elitists get it. But in Western society, women want to be the head. This is one of the many reasons why it's confusion. Be what you want to be. Why is it that women in places like South America, Central America, they have better relationships than here? Even in Africa, other parts of the world, even in the Middle East. Now, women here will say, oh, because they slaves and this and that and this and that. But a lot of times, there's always exceptions to the rule, but overall, the women outside U.S. and Canada is much happier, fulfilling relationships, children, everybody is together. Why is it they have better relationships than here in North America, where technology and everything is here, supposedly #1 in the world, especially U.S.? Why is there so many problems? Divorce rates is getting higher. Men does not want to be bothered with women here. Now, women would say because we rising and they can't handle us, we strong. Well, what the hell I want? I need a strong, masculine woman, more masculine than me. Is that supposed to be marriage? Is that someone that I would take as a wife, being more masculine than me? Why would I want a woman that's more masculine than me? 2 men? And ladies, if you feel that, okay, you could do whatever you want, then what's the point of me wanting to marry you? You just a roommate. I mean, everybody has roles. Men have roles, women have roles. Face it. And the men is so, they just falling in North America, just mentally falling, being more feminine, weak, no leadership skills. And women is becoming more masculine. And they don't even know their roles. They can't cook, they can't clean, they can't take care of the house, they can't even clean, they don't take care of their bodies. They definitely, how would you be able to take care of children? You don't even know how to clean your own self, keep your own household clean. You're nasty. What comes out your mouth is filthy. No discipline, no control. And the men, similar situations. This is the fall of America. Fall of North America. Because Canada's same way, just a smaller version. But again, people in other, look, I'm even double down. Look at China. China is implementing laws. Now, face it, China is really #1. They the #1 powerhouse in the world. Everything made and sold is going through China. No matter what the United States is telling you. Everything is going through China. China is the #1 now. And been that way for years. They go in different countries and they set up shop. Basically Chinatowns and anywhere to a country near you. They're very intelligent. Very smart. Quiet. Ruthless. Very quiet. Give them credit for their intelligence. But they implement laws where they have control. The men is the head in China. And females play their role. They're not allowing Western or U.S., Canada influences in their population. They shutting that down as we speak. Why are they doing it? because they're not going to have their country being destroyed from within. Feminism. Men being weak. Their masculinity in question. They do business with people around the world and Western society, but they're going to make sure they maintain a structure, a powerhouse. That's how it rolls in China. But you could see the fall of the U.S. just by empowerment of women. And it's not about, and I know I'm going to get simple people that's going to talk to me and send messages, oh, you women got to be slaves and stuff, by no stretch of imagination. But here's the reality. All throughout history, no matter what the feminists say, this world been ruled by men. Your great civilizations been ruled by men. Your great civilizations been ruled by men. And also, the downfall of civilizations because of women influences led to a lot of destruction of great men. You could check that from the Bible. Tell you that all day where females got involved with men and brought them down. Women could be the backbone or backbreaker. A lot of women was backbreakers throughout history. So men, you have to really, really analyze the woman that is around you currently and find out if she's toxic. Sometimes, you know what, men, you have to let that go. You gotta let her go. You gotta come to that conclusion. Because if you're playing chess, you gotta think of 3 to 4 moves ahead. And that's 3 or 4 moves of your future with that woman that you're with. And if you, sometimes men want to hang on to that woman, don't worry, men, I've been there. I get it. Hanging on to certain women because they attractive, or you want to make the relationship work for a variety of reasons. But take it from me. You gotta let that go. It's over. It's either you cut it loose now or have to have a slow death later. And she's going to destroy you slowly because she don't want you. She's a feminist. She believes in empowerment. She's not even trying to work on herself to be a better her. Men, how many times you heard women, you tell them some things about themselves and then they immediately try to deflect that and blame it on you? This is the reality. And most men dealing with deflective women. And then they will say, you toxic. Only to eventually be with someone else. So you have to look at that, men, on that reality. Men, pass this to all the men around your circumference. I know some of y'all didn't have fathers or male figures, and you don't really know. You haven't been put up on game. You still simping. Hey, men, I've been there. I simped for a long time. But I changed gears. I turned the light bulb on, and I said, it's just not the business no more. And if I'm going to be a better me and serve my purpose of growing, making money, doing the right thing out here, being a better me, you can't have nobody in your circumference that's a backbreaker. And men, get your money right. This is a big, big world. It's very important, especially with what's going on today with the virus. You know, I on the footnote, I didn't realize that you could mention about that and how you could be banned. People on social media is being banned by mentioning the name of this virus. It's the freedom of speech, and I think maybe a future podcast I might get into. The freedom of speech is being destroyed. And I listen to other people in different podcasts. You know, guys, and especially in the U.S., you might have to have 2 or 3 different passports for different countries and be prepared to set up shop outside of the United States of America. And even North America for all that matter, but especially in the U.S. Because that's where you're going to find different women, quality women, and it's not about simping and giving them. You just genuine people, genuine women that generally that care about the male principle. Now, this is my opinion. It's not about love. It's about respect first, men. You're not getting respect from a woman. Forget the love. If she's not respecting you, forget the love. Again, I had to repeat that. Respect is everything. Respect, number one. That is number one. So that's what you should demand first when you find a woman, is respect. Love will come after. You don't worry about that, man. And again, focus on you. Focus on what you need to accomplish. Right now, take advantage. You could make a negative into a positive because of, especially with this virus that is floating around. And laws being implemented locally and federally, where it's slowly putting you in the box, men, and also not only slowly putting you in the box financially, but even relationship-wise, and that's where I was really getting at. So you got to look outside of the box. There's always loopholes with everything. You got to financially look outside of the box. And I know money is tight, certain things, but if you could at least put $5, say $5 a week, or $20 a month, do that. Because if you times that by 10 months, that's $200. And then you add on the 2 extra months, that's $240 within the year. Now, you might not say that's not much, but when you times that by the decade or 2 decades, I'm speaking a lot, especially of young males out here that is 18 in their 20s. You could start saving now and then 20, 30 years from now, you'll find yourself with $50K, $100K. Now, again, that's not a lot of money, but that's something. That's cash value where you could take it and invest it outside of your circumference and flip it that way. Again, I'm not going to get into all the financial details. I'm just giving you an example. And the whole moral of the story, men, is focus on your purpose, not on the female. Because these modern day females out here in North America is your worst enemy. And I mentioned that overall. Now, is it good women out here? Yeah, and I use this analogy, and I say it again, there's women and there's females. Women out here, the few that are, they'll be by your side, you can work with them, so forth, so on. And I mention this on different episodes. But females out here are your mortal enemies. say it again. They're your mortal enemies. And they out here to destroy you, whether they know it or not. Whether they know it or not. They'll destroy you financially, especially if you're living with, imagine if you're living with a female that is jealous of you. You laying down in the same bed. How many times, men, you know stories, or even happened to you, where that woman is your mortal enemy? She's laying down with you and she really hates you so much that she's plotting to kill you, low key. She's jealous of you, of your accomplishments, because she's under you financially, educational wise. There's cases like that. And she's a low-key feminist. You married to a woman that is a feminist, and you hear the stories how you find out when she has the friends that she keeps. That's why, men, you really got to analyze these females before you even really get that close and serious. Who their friends are, who their mother is. And also, don't fade away of genetics. Because if the girl that you're with, if her mother was a feminist and grandmother was a feminist, what that say? Strong possibility. So pay attention to her inside and out. Don't just go for her because she's pretty. I know, I've been there too, guys. And I had to learn the hard way. And it is what it is. Thank goodness I still rose above that. So, you learn to do better, men. As you make certain errors in life, certain poor decisions, you learn to do better. And you do better by maintaining your finances, get rich, wealthy. And it's not about getting rich or wealthy, being greedy. You're getting rich/wealthy to put yourself in a position of dominance. Around your circumference. And it's not about dominating the woman, because she shouldn't be on your program like that. It's basically putting you in a situation where you can keep up your head up high and nobody cannot defeat you or destroy you from within, because you're in a good financial situation. And if you are in a good financial situation, you don't need a woman that is not good for you, not in your corner, to bring you down. And a lot of men is brought down, rich and poor, because they have a bad woman on their side. A woman that don't care about them. A woman that just want to get what she can get. So that's something you should really look at, men. It's toxic. And women will flip it on you and say, oh, the toxic masculinity. You can't handle a strong woman. No, I don't need a strong woman. I need a feminine woman. And I'm sure, men, you need that too. And you need a woman that take care of herself, because if she's undisciplined and can't take care of herself physically, how will she be able to take care of family? Look at that. If she's not disciplined about taking care of her body, and she's going to get fat and sloppy, that's on a different episode. But, I know some of y'all women like all these big women and stuff. Hey, that's on you. But I'm just saying, health-wise, overall, when you have a man of means, and this holds true. When you have a man, a Fortune 500 man, he's not rolling with a fat woman, unless he was rolling with her from day one. Sorry, ladies, but that's really what it is. Most guys that's hanging around with fat women, overweight women, is usually they're not making money. They really low budget overall. Now, is there unicorns out here? Absolutely. So don't be simple-minded. But if you have a man of high caliber, he's not dating a fat woman. That's a whole different thing, or undisciplined woman. That's just how that goes. No matter how you cut it, ladies, that's on you. But this is what it is. If you got a man, a millionaire, multimillionaire, traveling around the world, It's not dealing with an overweight woman. Again, unless he was with her from the start before he made his. You look at the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds. They're so quiet though with their family. You don't even know who's who. But they have a certain standard. Look at the royal family in England. Now, I'm getting about standards where I'm talking about physical standards, you know, physical standards. So I just touching on that, but I'm not going to get in depth because people's going to get simple-minded, I know. But the ones that is in the know, they understand me. So, men, start focusing on yourself. Focus on yourself. Okay? That's what you need to do. Focus on yourself. These modern day women, especially in North America, will put you in a lot of bad situations. Child support, separating you from your children, getting your money, destroying you, destroying your reputation. Want to fight you physically because nowadays women nowadays they feel they so masculine they could jump in your face and they will hit you, disrespect you, spit on you, whatever, and because they feel they have the law by their side, and they usually do. Because if a man rises up against a woman, now he's wrong, and then you got simp men that want to back her up. Why, men, you need to go through that? You don't need to go through that. Get your money right. Start separating from the beasts out here. From these females, these savages. I basically call these females savages. These females, the women, beautiful women, thumbs up. But these savages out here, men, leave these savages alone. Get your money right. Start really focusing on getting your money right. Pass this message around to all my children. All the men out here, just pass along. Puff, puff, pass. Because especially y'all young men, y'all need to hear this. That's why I'm being a little bit more lengthy on this show than I normally would be. Because y'all guys got to realize it's not a game out here. I say it again, these women is trying to destroy you. And you can see it, they have no regards for you. They show you in videos, they whores out here. They're harlots. Sluts. Concubine. At best. Actually, not even concubine. Dirt. Just disgusting out here. Their value is not even the gum on the ground. That's how low frequency these females are. Now y'all women out here, thumbs up. Think y'all great. The very few of y'all. But these females out here, they have no value. They got no conversation. They can't bring nothing to the table for you but to destroy you. Think about it. Stay strong.